Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. For those who are new here, my name is Melanie Hapisu. And from our last video last week, we were talking around how to work from home during this COVID-19 season. And today I have a guest on my channel who will be giving us tips around how to prepare for a virtual interview because these things are happening, guys. So I'm sure you're wondering who this is. So I'll let her introduce herself. Welcome, Clara.
Thank you so much. Do you have a name for your subscribers?
No.
Not yet? Okay.
Not yet.
So, hi, Melanie's channel. My name is Clara Kariuki. I'm a HR consultant at Adept Systems Management Consultants. We basically are consultants over anything HR, which could be from job evaluations to organizational structuring, to handling redundancies, to handling mass recruitment, anything pertaining to HR, we are able to do for you.
That's nice. Thanks, Clara. So this COVID thing began like a joke and we all thought it would end soon. But the truth of the matter is some of us, like for me, I've been home for 2 months. I've not left and
Yes.
I'm just trying to imagine how other people are coping. And so the one main question I've been asking myself is people are still advertising for jobs. I've seen a number of ads
Yes.
and I've just been wondering, so how are these interviews taking place if they actually are taking place? Could you tell us a bit about that?
So COVID, as you said, came out of nowhere. What has benefited us actually right now is the fact that a lot of us are technologically savvy. So we are able to run the interviews online. So thank God basically for things like Zoom, medias like Microsoft Teams or Hangout meetings, free conferencing. All these applications have made us be able to interview candidates, because as much as COVID has come and stopped everything that is happening, people still need to move on. Jobs still need to be filled, and companies need to hire people that they require to help them move forward. So as much as at the beginning of this period, everyone was like, hey, let's hold up on getting people or hiring people, it's reached a point where even organizations can see they can no longer wait to get people. So that's why you've noticed people are advertising now. People are looking for candidates because they realize as much as this thing is happening, we need to move forward because we can't hold on forever, because honestly, we're not sure how long it will take.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting, considering the fact that, I mean, interviews were taking place before COVID physically. Very few companies were doing online interviews. And so now that has become the norm. And so if I could just ask you as a HR person, has anything changed with regards to what you guys are looking for when doing an interview now that it's virtual? Are there specific things you're looking for, or is it just the same as a physical interview?
What I can say, it has changed in the sense of it is not as personal as it was before. You know, at least at the beginning, someone would walk into the room, you could assess how comfortable they are, how uncomfortable they are. It was easier for you to cool down a candidate because you would see the nervous sticks. Because even I get nervous during interviews. It's not easy to handle an interview. Not everyone is blessed with that ability. So you'd notice maybe a candidate is tapping their fingers a bit, like they're nervous while they're trying to answer. They have the content we want to hear, but they're nervous. So at that point, it's easier for us to be able to maneuver them and relax them and make them more comfortable. On a virtual scale, I only see you from the neck up. So I can't tell how nervous you are, but sometimes we can pick on it. It's made us keener in hearing and being able to maneuver the question in order to understand how you're feeling so we can get the information you require. I guess it's also it's easier for you as the interviewee and us as the interviewer, in the sense of you don't have to fully dress up. To look decent. I've noticed a lot of people have like shirts on, but sweats down there, you know, we can't see you. So there's no hullabaloo of looking for, oh, what shirt matches the suit or what dress goes with the shoes and earrings. That has reduced, I think, for both parties.
I think so.
Now, I don't know. I think it's also a way to see the dedication into someone's ability to be prepared for an interview.
Yeah.
Because before, you just needed to get to the place on time and get in and sell yourself. Selling yourself over a screen is different.
Yes.
As much as I've seen you, I've not really seen you. I've not really interacted with you.
That's true.
Because I've not seen how you are when you walk, how you are when you talk. I'm not sure how, if this is coming across clearly. It's the sense of your personality meshing through the screen is not as clear.
Yes.
Because you could be a wonderful candidate, but there's a part of your personality I know will clash with the client.
Yeah.
So for you, you'd be a happy-go-lucky person, a good soul, but the client needs someone who is more aggressive.
Yeah.
So now that being relayed on screen is a bit difficult. So you need a bit more digging and asking questions into how to see the scale of aggressiveness.
Yeah.
For example, the role of like an investment manager. This is someone who goes out and looks for deals. So they have to be, it depends on the kind of organization. If you're in a private equity fund, you need to be a bit aggressive because there are other private equity funds. So as much as you can be talking to me through the screen and charming me, I'm not really sure how aggressive you are.
Yeah.
So now being able to pull it from you, because there's an aura people carry themselves with. You know, there are people who walk into a room and you're like, oh, hey, you know, like that seems like a serious person. That seems like a person who, we don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
So you dig a bit deeper. I think I would also say, yeah, I think that's about most of the things, but the questions are still the same.
Okay.
I do realize there are some interviewers who would be a bit petty in the sense of if interview is not working, it's a point against you. Honestly, I don't understand why. If your hair looks a certain way, which I would recommend, you know, at least tidy up your face, look a bit decent. Make sure you don't have breadcrumbs on your face, you know, or like your, maybe you have a puppy at home and you have like fur on your shirt. You know, those are things we need to be able to look, because sometimes it displays over the camera.
Okay, so those are quite interesting things you've actually mentioned, and I can't help but to wonder, so does this mean that the interviews now are taking longer, now that you kind of have to dig and pull a bit of information from people, considering that you're not physically with them?
Funny enough, not really. For some weird, strange reason, we've come to realize interviews on Skype and all these other mediums are a bit shorter because of the fear of what if technology fails us.
Yes.
So as much as we are trying to get information, there's so much you can portray over the screen. And it's that impersonality is usually the issue.
Yeah.
Because we'll find moments where until the technology fails us, you'll find an interview, you'll be in the same room with someone for an hour, is about 30 minutes on Skype. Because you're like quickly hitting the spots so that in case anything goes wrong, at least you've gotten the major things you want to know. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So now that this is actually happening, this whole conversation of virtual interviews, what tips can you give us around how to actually prepare for a virtual interview?
Basically the same thing you would for a normal interview. Know the company, know the position you've applied for, go through the JD, understand it, go through the advert, understand it, look at the company's partners if they have listed, go through the website, understand their vision, their mission, understand who you as a person in your role as maybe an accountant or a human resource officer or a marketer or digital marketer, what are you bringing to the table? But now you have to go with the extent of, as much as before it used to, I need to give an allowance of like 30 minutes to get to the interview. Now you need to give the allowance of, have I tried the medium? Do I know how Hangouts works? Can I ask how Hangouts works? Because I know that some interviewers would be willing to help you out with it. The others would be petty, but that's how life is. But most of us are really nice enough to explain how the medium works if you just ask. There's no need to be embarrassed. Familiarize yourself with it, because, for example, Zoom has done an update currently, and maybe some meetings were scheduled earlier have been affected by this. So you need to make sure you're not one of them. Enter, try, connect to it. Am I able to get to the meeting room? Of course, you won't be allowed into the meeting room because the host isn't there, but at least you figured out how to get that. Is my audio working? Is my video working? Try calling someone with that, or your friend. Tell them, oh, there's this app. Can you try and see? Make sure the day and the time you've allocated for that interview, you're in a quiet place so that you don't struggle hearing each other. If you have Wi-Fi, go to a place with Wi-Fi as it's stronger, but ensure you have a backup. Most people underestimate how much technology fails you when you need it most. So make sure your phone is fully charged, So in case you have to move to your phone to use it, I won't penalize you for using your phone for an interview. It's life. So make sure it's charged. Maybe your laptop failed that day. Make sure you have MBs as backup. Do you have, it's 50 bob. Use like 50 bob. It's 50 bob for the Safaricom 1 GB for the day, right? Yeah. Put that. It's just for a day. Just a backup. If it goes, it goes. If you use it, well and good, ensure you are just mentally prepared for it. Comb your hair, especially us like who are natural, we tend to have like spikes coming out of nowhere. Where is your screen facing? I could be talking to you, but there are people passing behind me, which becomes a bit distracting. Because I stop listening to you and I start watching what other people are doing in the background. Ask people around you. If you're at home, ask people around you, please give me 2 hours between this time and this time, just for it. Because we do understand sometimes, especially children, because we've had a number of encounters where children are wondering what their parents are doing and they just come in, running, that is quite understandable. It's life of being a parent, that we understand. But if you can help it, go to a quiet place so that even you have the mental well-being of, I'm ready for this, I can answer your questions, I know I got this job, let me do it.
Wow, thanks for those tips. Guys, you've had, please don't stop applying for jobs. For those of us who have been applying, please keep applying. Interviews are still going on. Clara has told us that they are going on. She's given us tips around how to get through these virtual interviews. So please just implement them. Thank you so much, Clara, for being our guest today.
Thank you for having me.
Such an honor on this series of interviewing people. You're our second guest and we're pleased to have you around. So thanks guys for watching. Please feel free to leave your comments. Any questions you may have for Clara, please leave them in the comment section and we'll see you during the next video. Bye.
Bye.